Do you like adjectives? Big Bad Toy Store has twice as many adjectives as some other leading toy stores. Click the link in the description below and never buy from stores with minimally modified names again. Now watch my video. Hello and welcome to VR Reviews. Today we'll be reviewing the SH Figuarts Bulma. So yes, here we have Bulma from the Dragon Ball section of this line. And I'm just going to go ahead and get this out of the way, and then the rest of the review can be objective or whatever, but I hate the fact that this figure exists. A lot of people have been wanting a Bulma figure, and I'm certainly not against having one, and for some reason, they chose to go with this design. This non-canon, ugly, asymmetrical, weird design that doesn't look like anything that Bulma ever wore in the show at any point. It's based off manga covers and stuff. It's the Wild Rider outfit, or whatever they want to call it. It's very similar to a lot of other stuff like this that Akira Toriyama drew, but it's at no point actually in the series. So as far as I'm concerned, it's basically just fan art that happens to have been drawn by Akira Toriyama, and I don't understand why they made the Bulma figure in this outfit. Bulma wears about 2,000 different things that are actually in the show, and any one of them would have been better than this. So it's a bit infuriating that this is the Bulma design that we got, especially since there's a very good chance that we might not ever get another one. Now with all that being said, this figure itself is actually really good, so if you do like this design, you will probably like this figure, but if you're like me, you will hate it. Alright, starting off with a quick size comparison. Of course, here we have Bulma. Here's our standard Marvel Legends 6-inch Cosmic Armor Iron Man and 3 3/4-inch Marvel Universe Wolverine. As you would expect, Bulma is much shorter than a standard American 6-inch scale figure, and of course bigger than a 3 3/4-inch figure. And here she is compared to a figure from the Dragon Ball Z part of the SH Figuarts line, which is Yamcha. You would think, since Bulma is part of the Dragon Ball line, that she would be massive like all the other Dragon Ball figures have been, but she is actually about the right scale for the Dragon Ball Z section of this line, which seems a bit odd to me, and I don't know if I would rather her be massive or be in scale with the Dragon Ball Z part of the line. Either way, that's how she scales with things, so let's get everything else out of here and just look at Bulma. Moving on to our 360 spin, Bulma has on her white tank top. It's got little green straps that go across the shoulders and back. She has an elbow pad on one side and a big plated shoulder pad with her name on it on the other side and a little wrist thingy. She has a pair of little plated gloves on. She has her khaki pants on that are missing one pant leg, and she has little band-aids on the leg that is missing the pant. And then she has some gray boots with buckles on them and little armor plates across the front. If you like this design, I believe it's executed pretty well, so I have no real complaints there. Head sculpt-wise, Bulma has her blue hair with the side ponytail, which is sculpted really nicely. And then she has 3 alternate face plates. She has her standard smiling expression, her winking expression, and her looking off to the side open mouth expression. All the faces are executed nicely, and I have no real complaints about any of those. But I do wish she would have come with some sort of angry expression, as Bulma's a bit of an asshole, so she should probably have a face that reflects that. Articulation-wise, Bulma has pretty standard SH Figuarts articulation. Head moves forward and back, side to side. Shoulders can pop out, move around in the socket a little bit, move in and out, forward and back, rotate around on the joint. Disc elbows, wrist hinge, and rotation. She has really nice ball peg movement in the chest and waist, you can get a lot of motion there. Hips go in and out. Forward and back, rotate around on the joint, disc knees, hinge, and pivoting in the ankles, so you should be able to get her into plenty of different poses. Accessories-wise, Bulma comes with quite a few things. She has 9 hands, and a lot of the sets are asymmetrical. She has 2 fist hands, but one of the fists is a little bit more relaxed. She has her gun-holding hand, so that's 1 trigger finger hand and 1 underbarrel hand. She has 2 relaxed sort of holding hands, those are for the Dragon Ball. She has 1 pointing hand and 1 more splayed out open hand. And then she has 1 hand with a peg in it to hold her Dragon Radar. Then she has said Dragon Radar, which looks fine, has a little peg hole in the back for the peg in the hand. She has her Dragon Ball, which is the 5-star Dragon Ball, which can be balanced in the hands that I mentioned previously. She has this pair of goggles that hang around her neck. She unfortunately cannot wear them, so if you wanted her to do that, you are out of luck. And lastly, she has her submachine gun, which is all painted in gunmetal and looks pretty good, and it has a shoulder strap on it, and that is removable. Packaging-wise, you get pretty standard SH Figuarts packaging. SH Figuarts Bulma, big window, picture of the figure on the side, Funimation, Toei Animation logos, Dragon Ball logos, all those sorts of things. You do get that new Tamashii Nations quality seal thing. And on the back you get some pictures and poses for the figure and some warning label stuff. As always, these are good for in or out of package display. And that about wraps it up for Bulma. So until next time, goodbye!